How are you? Tutto bene? How are you? Cousin Carlo Trentacoste would belt out in his falsetto voice whenever we would visit Noona and Dada Burriesci in the basement apartment located in the Bronx, circa 1950s. Before going inside, my father would tell us that we may hear our name Burriesci pronounced Burriesci when referring to my father's father. My grandparents lived in the house owned by Titsi Mary and her husband, Tom TRENTACOSTE, who ruled with a firm but cordial tone. The extended family would gather on Sundays for olive oil, parlay, and pasta with the usual entertainment, piano roll blues played by my mother, Sylvia. Uncle Tom would stand at the head of 3 tables put together to see 3 dozen kinfolk and give his usual toast. I drink to your health when I am with you. I drink to your health when I'm alone. I drink to your health so darn much I'm afraid I'm ruining my own. Finished by high-pitched lauds of laughter and high-pitched melodies, continued by laughing at absolutely nothing. Flatulence was a staple when you combined pounds of pasta with eating with your mouths full. My father was ashamed of being Sicilian, thinking them as a low-class people, and would even shorten his name to Burries, by which my mother would admonish him, saying, why not make himself Irish by adding Mick to the Burries? McBurries. Well, I got news for you, she'd add. You got the map of Sicily all over your face. This would turn his olive complexion red, causing his blood pressure to max out, and then the opera would commence. I am ashamed to say, our first singing lessons came from our parents arguing in Italian. Scatta, scatta, scatta bruta bestia, FONG GOOLA, SHOOMENITA. And the best of all, when my mother ran upstairs to get out of harm's way, my father would chant at the bottom of the stairs, Bacia magula in la finestra MACY'S. You can kiss my ass in MACY'S window. Then countless times he would turn to his kids and say, again, your mother is right. But our melodious tones came from the many oohs and ahs, ooh, that speckled each and every sentence as if they were filled with gas. My Titsi Mary, which is Aunt Mary in Sicilian, was a very soft-spoken woman who doted on her husband Tom. She had a maternal aspect to her younger siblings, being the eldest. Obviously, she doted on her own 5 children, Peter, Carlo, Francis, Joseph, and Crucy as well. The Burriesci and Trentacoste family literally were intertwined from Mezzogiorno, Sicily, where Tom Trentacoste and my grandparents, Cologero and Crucifissa Burriesci, known as Carlo and Crucy in America, were born. My father was a change of life baby, so he was basically raised by his sister Mary, growing up with the Trentacoste family. Tradition of respect dictates calling your elders uncle and aunt, which we called our cousins that were old enough to be our parents, yet if one is a biological uncle or aunt, as my father was to the Trentacoste children, he was called Uncle Dom, technically by his peers. My Uncle Tony owned 2 grocery stores, so Italian cheeses and olive oil were plenty in the young Burriesci-Trentacoste household. They were rich in tradition, but not in their pockets. My mother would say that my father's side was more ethnic than her side, even though they were both children of immigrants. And that is because they remained true to their heritage, marrying other Sicilians and speaking the language fluently in the house, at least while my grandparents were still alive. A slice of pie tastes the same as the whole pie, and so I believe other Sicilians can relate to this scenario I just gave. I invite you to visit our website, www.thelincolnstudio.com/photopotpourri.html, and enjoy many wonderful photographs, including over 50 my cousin Rosemarie Trentacoste Fulton took with her husband Fred of Sicily back in September 2010.